Hey y'all, we are going to make some Oreo Truffle Balls, and they are fabulous. They are so delicious. Just a great flavor. It only takes 3 ingredients, and they will be the hit of any gathering you go to and you take them. So anyway, we're going to get started. And you can use, I'm making the Oreo, well, I'm not actually using Oreos, I'm using these. They came from Walmart, they're home kissed, and each side of the white ones were chocolate, and that equaled out to almost exactly the amount of cookies I needed. And these were a lot cheaper than Oreos, and I feel like they'll be just as good. So, I'm using those. I'm using an 8-ounce package of softened Philadelphia cream cheese. You can use any brand you want. And so I have already put the cookies in the food processor and brought them down to just like a fine crumble. And there they are, you can see. That's all I've done to those. And to that, I'm going to add this package of cream cheese. And whoops, it does need to be softened so that you can mix. And I could do this with this and look all proper, but I'm going to use my hands because it'll go a lot faster, and I just work better with my hands. So all you want to do is mix up the your cookies with the cream cheese, and you can use Nutter butter. That would be delicious. Any kind of cookie that you like, you could try this, and it would probably be real good. But I do know these Oreo ones are delicious. Sometimes I make cake pops, and this is what I use for the cake. Sometimes. And if you haven't tried it, it's kind of hard to imagine that this would be so good, but it really is. So what I believe I'm going to do is go ahead and finish mixing this all up. It won't take but a minute. And then I'm going to use my little cookie scoop, and I'm going to scoop these up, and I'll go ahead and just do, well, I don't have it mixed. It's not really going to work. Anyway, I will scoop these up. See, it's starting to form. And I'll get them all ready to dip, and I'll come back and we'll dip a few. So I'll see you in a minute. I got the cookies made into balls, but when I was using the cookie scoop, I felt like they were too big. So I rolled them by hand and did about half of the size of that scoop, and I think they're a good size. So now we're going to dip them in the chocolate, and I use almond bark. To me, it's got a great flavor. I like how it melts. I just really like this chocolate, so that's what I'm using. And for it's got 4 rows in it across, and for every row that you use, I use about that much Crisco, maybe just a little less, but you don't taste the Crisco, but it thins out the chocolate, makes it a lot easier to dip, and it really is better to do it that way, I feel like. So now we will look down into the pot. Here's our chocolate. I already had some going because I just did a video on chocolate covered cherries, and so I had this left. So this is our chocolate, and if you can see over here, this is our Oreo or chocolate cookie truffles. And so I'm just gonna put it in, and then just take a fork and bring them out. Just get them covered. very simple. Dipping chocolate is something I really do not like to do. I find no fun in it. But to have good candy, you have to do it. So, I'm not very neat with it, if you can see that. So I'm going to go ahead and dip all these and get them done. And when I finish, I'll come back and I'll show you the finished candy. So I'll see you back in just a minute. Okay, our Oreo truffles are finished, and this is what they look like. I put them in individual little cups, and they really are a beautiful little candy or cookie, whichever you want to call them, and they display real well. So I'm not going to do a taste test because I already tried one, and I could tell you how awesomely delicious they are, but that's not the case. And I want to be honest with y'all and up front. And I'm going ahead and sharing the video because this recipe is an excellent recipe. You will not find a better cookie candy recipe than this because it is that good. But it's in your ingredients. And what I did was I tried to cut corners by buying a cheap cookie, and it really shows in these cookies because they just don't taste very good. I'm hoping after they sit a couple days, maybe the flavors will meld with the cream cheese and they'll be good. But you can tell that it's not a good cookie, and so therefore it just messes up the whole recipe. So we are learning from this that it's all in the ingredients. So I suggest don't do what I did and try to cut corners, but do buy the Oreo or the Nutter Butter or the name brand cookie or the cookie that you know tastes good, and you'll have a wonderful, wonderful recipe. But that's why I'm going ahead and sharing this, is because it is a good recipe. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you learned from our recipe today. Have a happy holiday. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.